New York's winter evening was biting cold when Alexander Reid, a 40-year-old single dad and CEO of a major retail chain, stepped into one of his stores for a surprise inspection. He had been dealing with rising internal issues, missing inventory, staff negligence, and customer complaints, and tonight he wanted to see the truth with his own eyes. His tall figure moved through the aisles with calm authority, a clipboard in one hand, his mind busy evaluating every detail. He wasn't here as a wealthy executive. He was here as a father who wanted to build a safer, honest business for the future he shared with his son. While checking the back aisles, he noticed a small, tense commotion. A boy no more than 8 stood near the exit holding a grocery bag pressed tightly to his chest. His pale face and frightened eyes immediately stood out. A young cashier nervously shifted between calling security and waiting for instructions, unsure how to handle the situation. Before anyone could speak, the boy stepped forward with trembling lips and whispered, "Please, please don't take our food. My mom is sick." The sincerity in the child's voice struck Alex hard. Something inside him shifted, and for the first time that night, the inspection no longer mattered. The boy's name was Liam. His small shoulders shook as he explained that his mother had been too weak to leave their apartment for days. She had refused medical care because they couldn't afford it, and their kitchen was nearly empty. Liam had tried to gather a few groceries, bread, milk, and some basic medicine, hoping no one would notice. His voice cracked as he spoke, and tears rolled down his cheeks. Alex felt a heaviness in his chest, recognizing the courage it took for this little boy to speak so openly. Kneeling to meet Liam's gaze, Alex placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You won't get in trouble," he said gently. Liam hesitated before quietly giving the address of their apartment, just a few blocks away. Without hesitation, Alex instructed the store staff to pack a large bag of essentials, fresh fruits, vegetables, ready-to-eat meals, and medicine for his mother. He paid for everything personally, ignoring the usual rules of protocol. Driving through the quiet streets, Alex noticed the dim lights and worn buildings of the neighborhood, a stark contrast to the world he usually inhabited. When they arrived, Liam guided him to a small apartment where his mother, Emily, lay shivering on a worn couch. She tried to sit up but could barely move, her face pale and drawn, and Alex knew immediately she needed help. Alex didn't hesitate. He called an ambulance despite Emily's weak protests, explaining that she needed immediate care. Liam clung to his mother's hand, eyes wide with fear, as Alex promised he wouldn't let anything happen to them. At the hospital, doctors quickly diagnosed Emily with pneumonia, worsened by malnutrition and anemia. She needed to stay under observation for several days, and Liam watched anxiously, never letting go of her hand. Sitting beside Liam in the hospital waiting area, Alex listened as the boy quietly told his story. His father had passed away, his mother had worked multiple jobs to keep them afloat, and he had tried to stay strong for her. Every word struck Alex deeply, reminding him painfully of his own son and the responsibilities he carried. Determined to help beyond medical care, Alex contacted his company's outreach team. He arranged for ongoing financial support, groceries, and medical coverage. But he didn't stop there. He began visiting daily, bringing small gifts for Liam, helping him with schoolwork, and ensuring Emily had everything she needed for recovery. What started as a routine store inspection had transformed into a personal mission. Alex realized that sometimes true leadership wasn't about business. It was about humanity, compassion, and stepping in when it truly mattered. When Emily was finally discharged, she was still weak but visibly relieved. She tried to thank Alex, overwhelmed by the generosity that had changed their lives, but he simply smiled and said, "You would have done the same for my son." Back at their apartment, Alex had already arranged for repairs, stocked the pantry with nutritious food, and secured Emily a stable job within his company that allowed her to care for Liam while earning a living. Liam's face brightened with every small improvement. He ran to Alex for hugs, his gratitude unspoken but clear in his eyes. Slowly, the household transformed from a place of worry into a home filled with warmth and hope. Alex often spent time helping Liam with homework, sharing meals and just being there as a mentor and friend. Over the months, Liam and Alex's own son became close, forming a bond that extended beyond friendship, rooted in shared experiences and trust. During a company meeting weeks later, Alex spoke to his team about compassion, responsibility, and the importance of using success to uplift others. He recalled the moment a frightened little boy had pleaded, "Please don't take our food." That moment had not only changed Liam and Emily's lives, but had also reminded Alex of the power of empathy and action, lessons he would carry forever.